In September 2020, a memorandum of understanding between the United Nations and SVC Group was signed, marking the first strategic cooperation of a Vietnamese corporation with the UN in support of the Sustainable Development Goals. On this occasion, UNESCO Hanoi office and SVC Group also signed an agreement for the project, mobilizing cultural dynamics and youth participation for Hanoi Creative Capital to support Hanoi City to realize its strategic vision to become a creative capital of Southeast Asia. In the context, Hanoi has officially become a member of the UNESCO Creative Cities Network in the field of design. Since then, the project has contributed significantly to the multifaceted growth of Hanoi's creative industries, thanks to the multitude and depth of initiatives, activities, and platforms for creativity, youth participation, and sustainable development it helps foster. For example, since 2021, the project has supported Hanoi City to organize the annual Hanoi Festival of Creative Design, attracting millions of visits. Creative talents across sectors come together for collective growth and to make robust contribution through public exhibitions, workshops, talk shows, and art performances across the city. In 2021, noting that both parties share common interest in promoting youth engagement and women empowerment, in the witness of Prime Minister of Vietnam, Mr. Pham Minh Chinh, and UNESCO's Director General, Ms. Audrey Azoulay, at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, SVC and UNESCO signed a new agreement for the project, empowering youth and local women for stronger connections and greater local benefits at UNESCO World Heritage Sites and creative cities in Vietnam. The project aims to support the national proposal on expanding the UNESCO Creative Cities Network in Vietnam. In June 2023, 2 cities in Vietnam, Hoi An and Đà Lạt, submitted the applications to UCCN, while many other cities, including Bến Tre, Ho Chi Minh City, have expressed their interest in joining the network. On World Cities Day, 31st October 2023, Hoi An and Đà Lạt were designated as UNESCO Creative Cities in the fields of crafts and folk arts and music, respectively. These constitute the flagship of UNESCO's culture program in Vietnam, aligning with UNESCO's global priority on gender equality and youth participation, and contribute directly to the country's plan, achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, including but not limited to SDG 5, SDG 9, and SDG 11. Since 2020, SVC Group has actively sought for UNESCO's technical assistance in developing the Corporate Social Responsibility, or CSR, strategy and a corresponding financial scheme to integrate the impactful ethos of SVC Group as one of Vietnam's leading corporations, with UNESCO's unique concentration on the intersection of education, science, and culture, to demonstrate a global, committed cooperative effort of leadership for sustainable development. In the founding stage, UNESCO is working closely with SVC to pilot diverse initiatives to configure the operational model of the fund and ensure the future positionality of the fund as a pioneering agent of changes. SVC Group has remained UNESCO's trusted strategic partner and demonstrates its continuing interest in UNESCO's programs and initiatives in culture, heritage, and creativity. On October 2024, at UNESCO headquarters in France, SVC Group and UNESCO signed and exchanged the Strategic Cooperation Framework Agreement for the period 2025 to 2035, contributing to the realization of the partnership agreement between Vietnam and UNESCO in the upcoming period. The signing ceremony took place in the context of the official visit by His Excellency General Secretary, President of Vietnam To Lam, to the UNESCO headquarters and the highest level meetings between Vietnam and the UNESCO leadership. This new framework partnership will contribute to implement the priority cooperation agenda between UNESCO and the government of Vietnam in the coming decade, especially in the field of culture and education, coping with the country's vision for a new chapter of development, capitalizing its dynamic, youthful human resources and enriched cultural resources.